yogis. We are going to do a very strong 25-minute or so class today. So again, just do what you can. It will be quite strong, quite a lot of upper body stuff as well as a lot of core. So just take it easy, do what you can do, take a rest whenever you need to, and you can always put me on pause, remember, if you need a bit of a break, and then reconvene, alright? Just remember, connect with the breath, keep the breath steady, keep the pelvic floor engaged when you're moving through each posture, so that you are strong within your centre and you're protecting your back. Okay. So as usual, we'll just start in a Sukhasana position. And we'll just take a few deep breaths. Just connect with the breath before we start. So allow the shoulders to drop. And slowly open your eyes. Take the left hand behind and just interlace the fingers so that you, and then just tuck that left hand, the top of the left hand, to the side of your body here, okay? Bring the shoulders down and just take the head over to the right. Okay, so left hand comes behind, interlace the fingers, bring them into the side of the body and take the head over to the right. So you're just allowing a nice stretch down the left side of the neck and into the shoulder. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring that head up. Now just all you want to do is take the hands all the way around your back and position them on the other side. So now the right shoulder is getting that nice stretch, and you're taking the head over to the left here. And again, just allow the shoulders to drop and just lengthen through the neck. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. And release. Arms up. Exhale, warm up twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand comes behind. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back to centre. Inhale the arms back up. And exhale, other side. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Come back to centre. Okay, take the legs out in front. Let's point and flex the toes. And then just circle 3 times in one direction. And then back. Excellent. Alright, just bring the knees up to the chest. I'm going to show you side on. And come back on the sacrum. And I want you to lift up in the back, lift up in the arms, and you're just bringing the feet off the floor, holding the knees close into the chest, engage the arms, holding steady. So you need to engage your core here. Keep it nice and steady. 3, 4, and 5. Bring the hands down, grab the toes, and bring the legs up. You might need to keep them bent here if you haven't done anything to warm up your back with the legs. So you can keep them bent here, just keep the balance. Okay, so you can keep them bent. If not, you're quite happy to keep them straight. Take the head back if you can. Just be aware you have to be a little bit more concentrated in your core activation here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Bring the legs down. Okay, coming forward. Back into downward dog. Position yourself, 3 breaths. 2. And 3. And we're externally, we'll just rotate the shoulders there. Okay, now we're going to bring that right leg up to the ceiling. And then we're going to bring it over to the left elbow. Hold. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale up to the ceiling. Left elbow. Hold. Inhale up to the ceiling. Come down. And again. Up to the ceiling. Left elbow. And back to downward dog. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just bring those knees to the floor just now. Sit back on the heels and just allow your wrists to warm up here, just with a little back and forth. Okay, sometimes the wrists can be a little bit tricky. Okay. Hands forward, back to downward dog, left side. 2 breaths here in downward dog. 1 and 2. Inhale, left leg up to the ceiling. Bring that left knee to the right elbow. Hold. Inhale, back up to the ceiling. Press that right heel down. Left knee into the elbow. And again, back up to the ceiling. Coming forward. 3. All the way up to the ceiling. Elbow. 4. And back up to the ceiling again. And 5. All the way up to the ceiling. And in fact, no, we didn't. We came straight down to downward dog. I let you off that last one last time, didn't I? Alright, coming back to downward dog. Okay. Keep it nice and easy. I want you just to come forward now into a plank position. Holding steady, pushing back into downward dog. Forward into plank position. Keep it strong in the core. And back. Forward now into plank. Good. And back. Remember, keep those legs activated. Forward now. You will start to feel that burn in the arms now. Just keep coming as often as you can. And back. And back. Good. One more time. And back. Good. Now, bring the knees to the floor first of all. Bring that left leg, that left arm down. Okay. Now we're going to come into a side plank with the forearm. Okay. So you want to be in this position now. We're going to just slowly bend that right knee, come down towards the mat with the left thigh, lifting back up. Down towards the mat, lifting back up. Down towards the mat, lifting back up. Well done. Down towards the mat, lifting back up. And one more time, down towards the mat, lifting back up. Well done. Bring yourself round, knees down. Exhale, come back into extended child's pose. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming back up. Downward dog. Forward to plank. Back to downward dog. Good. Forward to plank. Keep that core nice and strong. Exhale. Back to downward dog. Forward to plank. Exhale. Back. Downward dog. Forward to plank. Back to downward dog. Forward to plank. Good. Now, you're going to bring your knees down first of all to make sure you get into that position of the side plank. Okay, here we are again. Bend that left leg, bring the thigh down to the mat. Bring it back up. Down to the mat. The exhale, inhale back up. Okay, 3, 4, and again, 5. Left hand comes round. Bring your knees down, back to extended child's pose from here. Take a breath. And 3. Back to tabletop. Okay, so now we're going to take the right leg up here and the left leg up. The left arm's up, sorry, so you're in that nice swimmer position. Now you're going to activate that core very strongly because you're going to bring that right knee up to the right elbow and you're going to take it back into position. Left hand stays where it is. Right knee up. Crunch those abdominals. So as you bring that knee close to that elbow and take it back out again, you need to keep everything nice and strong so that you don't kick out that left hip. Okay? Last time. Come up and out and down. Okay, to get your breath back, let's do a couple of cats and cows. Inhale up and round the shoulders, push down the hands. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And again, last time, inhale and exhale. Okay, let's try the other side. Left leg comes up, right arm comes out. Now we're going to bring that left elbow in, knee to the elbow, then back out. Okay, and again, to the elbow, and back out. Keep it steady in the core. 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, back out, well done. Back to centre. Bring the knees to the width of the mat, bring the balls of the feet together, and then just come down to a deep melting heart anahatasana. So, anahata, meaning heart chakra. So we're bringing our heart down towards the floor, opening up the hips, extending and lengthening through the back. So try and bring the tailbone down towards the heels. So you're lengthening through the spine. Breathe in. Okay, coming back up, bring the knees together. I'm going to come down into a sphinx position. Alright, so we're going to just take it easy here. I'm just going to allow the lower back to relax. This is a little bit of a breather in the middle here. Just swing the hips from side to side. But you still want to lift up in the chest so that you're just allowing everything to loosen off. So you just want to, you can engage the glutes if you wish, if your back really needs a bit of extra support, but just a slight rotation inwards with the thighs should do enough to activate what you need. Okay, so we're just taking that nice and easy. Take a nice deep breath in, and then take your gaze all the way down to the right heel. Breathe. And hopefully you should just feel a nice deep stretch in the left hand side of the lower back here. And then on the next inhale, bring your head up towards the centre again, and as you exhale, take that gaze down towards the left foot now, lifting up in the chest, breathing deeply through. And back to centre. Okay, So from here, okay, let's take the hands under the shoulders. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves back up into a downward dog position, but this time we're going to bring our elbows down to the floor. Okay, now this is coming into the dolphin pose. It's very tricky, and you just want to try and walk your feet up to your hands and hold there. When you get to that point, you can't really take it any further. Hold steady, take a breath. It's very strong, moving back. Okay, take a breath here, and we'll move again. Feet slowly up to the elbows, holding, and back. It's strong. Okay, take it easy here. You can take a rest by bringing your knees to the floor if you've had enough of this. Otherwise, for those who are up for a bit of a challenge, we'll come up again. And then back down. And then one more time. Holding. And then back down. Good. Bring the knees to the floor. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Bring those hands up and round and lift. Up and down. Well done. You'll find, take the hands behind you, clasp the fingers, roll the shoulders down and back, and I just want you to bring the hands down towards the back of the floor, the floor behind you there. So you're just opening up the chest, you're breathing, and then inhale, and then come forward, bring the head down towards the floor, and lift those arms up just as high as you can from here. Okay? Roll the shoulders round and back. And then slowly bring yourself back up and release the hands. Bring them onto the top of the thighs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Just feel that energy through the shoulders now. Okay, so from this position, we're going to bring ourselves into a headstand from here. Now, if you really don't want to do this, you can practice more of the dolphin if you wish, or just practice some more downward dogs, moving into plank and back, okay? For those who want to try the headstand, remember, the rule of thumb is bringing the fingertips in line with the elbows, like so, and then rotating on the elbows and bringing the hands out in front and interlacing the fingers. And that is where you then start to place your head. That way you have distributed the weight through the shoulders evenly, okay? Now for most people, it's the same kind of principle. You want to start with bringing the crown of the head down on the floor, but you really are putting most of the weight on your forehead, on your forearms. You're putting a minimal amount of weight on the top of your head, if any. Okay? And you might want to do this against the wall, okay? If you've never really done this before, don't attempt it without the wall. And you do need to take this incrementally at your own pace and not do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, because this is it's a posture that really is a bit of a, don't want to say the word, mind F, you know? You think you're not going to be able to do this, when actually you probably can. If you have any neck issues, obviously, it's advisable not to attempt this posture. Okay, so bringing that head down. Okay, so we're going to come up onto the tiptoes. Now the easiest way is to start walking your feet towards your face, right? Now this is probably enough for most people, just to keep walking back and forth. Alright, so you get used to pushing down into the elbows and the forearms on the floor. Push down deeply into the arms. Just keep walking back and forth. Okay, and again, that might just be where you are. Just getting your head around the idea of this posture. Never throw yourself up in a headstand, by the way. It must always be done just very, very gently. So the next step after that would be come forward, okay, and bring one leg up at a time, okay. Now the way you know that you have to bring your feet up, so if you walk your feet up towards your hands and you really can't go any further but lift off with the feet, okay, that's when you know that's lift off time. But one thing that is extremely important is you must keep that core very strong, because that is what is going to lift those legs and keep you steady. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to walk up. Alright, now you can either take one leg at a time off and just balance here. That's the next thing, before coming all the way up. Okay? And holding that steady. Then you would bring your legs down one at a time and back down to the floor. Okay? Now for those who want to attempt this with piked legs, same rule applies, but again, you really have to have built up your hip flexors and the quads to do it. But I will show you what you want to try and attempt. So again, same principles, you're walking up with the feet till you can't get any further. Core, lift, steady, up. Holding steady. Now if you can hold for as long as you can, 20 breaths is great. Okay, but just for ease, I'm going to come down. Again, keep that core really strong as you just come gently, gently down with the legs all the way to the floor. Okay, headstand. And it feels great. Sometimes it's just about getting your mind around the idea of being in an inverted pose, okay? So it's something that you should build up to, something that you should do against the wall, so that when your legs come up, you're not going to fall backwards. Or you can always have somebody standing the other side to catch your legs. But you must come up slowly with those legs. Don't jump up into that posture. If you jump up into the posture, you will lose the balance and you will fall. So it's a question of being really slow, lifting those legs up, knowing that you're pushing through from the shoulders to the elbows down into the floor. Give yourself that strong foundation and keeping that core nice and strong. Okay. Well done, everybody. I want you to come forward now, and we're just going to come into a nice Marichiyasana A to try and just loosen off those shoulders a little bit and give them a nice deep stretch to finish. Okay, so bringing that right foot all the way up to your bottom if you can. Keep that left leg down with the feet flexed up towards the ceiling. Okay. Take a nice deep breath in, bring that right arm up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bring it down into that space between the legs. Rotate the arms, the thumb is pointing down. Bring that right knee into the shoulder. Take that right arm round, the left arm comes round to meet it, grab your hands, and then give it a nice bind. Now, if you're able to bring your body forward and just allow the shoulders to relax and breathe, you should find that a beautiful shoulder opener. Just breathe really deeply. It's a nice hip opener, but it's also a nice shoulder opener as well. Marichiyasana. I love the Marichiyasanas, although they are hard. This is probably the easiest of the four. Okay, and slowly release the arms, bring that right leg down, take a nice deep breath in, come forward. Exhale. Breathe through. back up. And then that left leg up now, we'll do the left side. Left leg up to the, in line with the hips, remember. Don't be tucking that left foot too close into the thigh, otherwise you make it more difficult for yourself because your leg kicks out to the left and then it's even more difficult getting that arm round, okay? So make sure your foot is in alignment with your thigh. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, down into the middle. Turn the hand round so that the thumb is pointing down. Take that left arm round, right arm round to meet it. Inhale, and as you exhale, come forward. Release and loosen the shoulders. Breathe deeply. And 3, 4, and 5, and release. Taking that nice and steady. Again, finish off the nice forward fold. Inhale, and as you exhale, come down, nice and deep. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly come back up, well done. Okay, so we're just going to finish off with a little bit of lotus position. But we'll just do half lotus each, okay? So we're just going to take up the left foot and place it nicely on that right thigh. Hopefully you'll be able to at some point get that heel into the right hand side of the pubic bone. But anywhere on the thigh that feels good for you and your knee is fine, just as long as that foot is well supported on the thigh. Okay, no having your foot down here just to get that knee down. Okay, either you over torque your foot. So, and then just allow that left knee to come down where it's going to come down. No more weight than your weight of your arm is required. It will just take its time to open up in the knees and the ankles and the hips here. Alright, so just take it easy. If you wish, you can bring that right foot up and sit in a nice lotus position with a straight back, if that suits you. But some people find just taking that right leg up is a little step too far if they're still concentrating on tightness in the hip and the knee and the ankle here. But if you are in this position, that's great. Just allow yourself to take a few breaths. Just get your head around the headstand that you may have tried some varying degrees of full success. But against a wall or against a sofa is always a good option for you to try a headstand. But as long as you just make sure that you're putting most of your weight through the forearms and not the head, then you will be protecting the neck, of course. Any questions about headstands, please do send me a note. I'm more than happy to answer any queries anybody has on it. And it might be something that I can do later as a masterclass, perhaps. So if anyone would like that, I can do a masterclass in that for you. Break it down even further into further increments in order for you to really be able to practice each stage till you can eventually get there. Okay, now right foot up, and again just gently placed in position, just as your body is allowing. And bringing that left leg up if that feels okay for you. And again, just coming into a nice position so you can just, it's a lovely meditation position, half lotus actually. I find this is how I meditate generally. Full lotus, if you're quite warmed up and limbered up, is fantastic. That's even more of an anchoring position. But half lotus is quite comfortable, I find, for longer periods of time, just having a sit down and having a few breaths to reconnect within myself again. Let's take a few breaths here. Well done, everybody. That was a short burst with the headstand as a little extra challenge. We'll just finish our practice here. We take the hands into Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti Shanti, Namaste. Thank you. Well done everybody. Excellent work. See you next time.